I'm going to record it to Javi's link. I just wanted to say first, before Elmien starts, I am not Javi Solis. I'm standing in for him. He's busy traveling back from Las Vegas. It was our convention with Lifewave this weekend, and he just asked me to do his bit on this call. I'm going to try my best to be as awesome as he is and just enjoy this call with us.
Giselle, it is saying the host isn't allowing multiple presenters sharing for this meeting, so it's not allowing me to share my screen.
Okay, I'm
Maybe
just wondering.
Check your host tools at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Sorry, everyone. This is new for us all. I'm just going to make you the host and see if it will still remain recording, okay?
Sure.
Okay, there we go. Meeting settings. I'm going to just quickly make you the host again because I did, and then I couldn't do the recording. Okay, make host. There we go.
Okay, let's try again. All right. Everyone should be seeing my screen now.
Yes, we do.
Amazing. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, hello, everyone. I am Elmien, and I am not an X39 one-patch wonder. So for those of you who don't know what a one-patch wonder is, there is so many people who have beautiful testimonies of starting on X39 and seeing phenomenal results very quickly, which is actually not the norm. So I'm very normal. I did not see a lot of results quickly, but I'm seeing small victories over time. And this is really changing the trajectory of my life and improving the quality of my life. So I'm very passionate about it. I started patching in June of 2024, and I'm at the point now where I cannot stay quiet about this. So let me tell you a little bit more. I'd like to start and tell you about David Schmidt. He is the CEO and the inventor of the X39 patch, the X39 being the stem cell patch. And so he is the scientist, and he has lots of patents behind his name, and he specializes in age reversing. So in 2008 already, he started with stem cell research, and his latest patent took about 10 years and 4.5 million rand to bring, $1 million, sorry, to bring to market. So it's important to know that this is not just some cowboy sitting in his garage making some sticker. It's a company that's 20 years old, so it's not a fly-by-night, but more about the company later. I'd like to just mention about patents. So for those of you who don't know what patents are, firstly, it means that this product or the product that you patent is protected. And so no one else can tell you that they're making these patches that can stimulate stem cells. But also, if you have a patent on something, it means that this thing actually does what it says it does. So I'm going to read a piece of this page. Embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, and elevation of antioxidants. So that should give you just a bit of a taster of what's coming and what I'm going to talk about a little bit more. And you should already feel much more confident by now, getting to know David Schmidt, hearing a bit about the patents, and hearing a bit about the text inside the patents. So for those of you who are comfortable with Zoom, go to your chat, and in your chat, tell me, those of you that's over 60, put a 60 in the chat, and those that's over 30, put a 30 in the chat. So I'm curious to see how many of you are how old. And while you're busy putting that into the chat for me, I'm going to hop onto the next slide. All right. Please just mute yourselves, everyone, if you don't mind. All right, so more about X39. What I want to tell you first. So the amount of stem cells are directly correlated to your wellness. Sorry, I just want to mute there. All right. So the amount of stem cells that you have directly correlates to your wellness. There's research that proves this. So we all want a lot of stem cells. A lot of stem cells means wellness. But what is a stem cell? A stem cell is our blank cell that can change into anything that our body needs. So a stem cell can change into a bone cell, a cartilage cell, a kidney cell, whatever it needs to be. So that is amazing. So the concept of stem cells is definitely not a new concept. Stem cells and research around stem cells have been around for very long. This patch and this way of administering this light therapy that I'm going to tell you about, this is what is very new. So stem cells aren't new. This way of helping your body stimulate stem cells is what is so unique. So the fewer stem cells you have, the quicker you're going to age. So reason why I asked you earlier about your ages, to pop that into the chat, is if you popped in 30, it means that already half of your stem cells are inactive. And if you're already over 60, it means that even more of your stem cells have lost activity. So all the more reason why you need this. Less stem cells, more symptoms of aging, slower and less healing. Okay. So how does this X39, this patch, how does it work? How does it work? So this patch is light therapy. Okay. Light therapy or phototherapy. So the concept of sitting in an infrared sauna is pretty much the same concept of light therapy. But who of us has the time to go and sit in a sauna for 12 hours of every day? So it's important to know that this is not the only way for you to get light therapy, just is definitely the most efficient way and the easiest way, because you can patch yourself and you can continue with what you are busy doing with the rest of your day. So inside this patch is a nanocrystal technology, and all that means is this little patch is almost like a mirror that reflects your own light back into your body. We all emit infrared light, and now we're putting a little mirror up onto your skin to reflect that light back into your own skin. So what is important is to know that this patch has no chemicals in it. There's no drugs or stimulants. There's no medication that's going to go through your skin. So it's not an injection, which is the only other way we're all used to hearing of stem cells going into your body. So none of that applies here. You just put this onto your skin and it starts reflecting light. So what then happens is this infrared light that goes into your skin activates your own copper peptide, which is a peptide. It's something that is inside your body and it just wakes it up. And that copper peptide goes to your brain, and that's how the stem cells get stimulated. Right, next page. What's the benefits that we get from these amazing patches? So before I jump into all of the beautiful benefits, it is very important for all of you to know that even though we have hundreds and thousands of testimonials, this is not a medical device, and we are not here to make any medical claims. This is a wellness product. So this is not intended to diagnose or treat or prevent any disease. This is there to help improve your wellness. So increased strength, reduced inflammation, increased stamina. I think I can stop there already. I think everyone's nodding and going, yes, yes, I want that. I want that. Energy and vitality, mental clarity, restored muscular or skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep, and improvement in skin appearance. Whether you like it or not, if you start patching with X39, your skin is going to improve to the level where people's going to notice. I walked into a pharmacy the other day, and the lady who sees me at least monthly behind the till looked at me and said, are you in love? Because you look radiant. And that's just what these patches do. They just make you well from the inside out. But talk is cheap. So I'd like to show you a screen with scans on them. Red is bad, blue and green is good. So on this screen is scans of an older lady's brain. And on the first scan, session 1, she has bad inflammation in her brain. You can see that very unhappy scan. And then as she uses X39, you can actually on the scans, beautiful proof, see how by session 3, 6 weeks, with patching of X39, she has brain coherence, there is no inflammation, and you can actually see the proof of how these patches work. And that is what I love. I trained as a physiotherapist. I only stopped working as a physiotherapist last year. And so looking at things like this, scans, tests, research, is what has convinced me that this is not just a placebo. This is not just something that people go, oh, yes, I think it helps. No, we have actually the proof in the scans that shows that there really is something changing on the inside. There's real evidence. Righty, so let's hop on. Long-term results of X39. So we love if people patch for 3 months. David Schmidt actually has a 90-day protocol where he says that when you start, you have to at least patch for 90 days or for 3 months. And actually, you should patch a month for every decade that you're old. So me being 40, I have to add that extra month at least. But what happens over time? So in the first few days already, there's research done proving that 4,000 of your genes start to reset. And you don't have to believe me. You can go and read up on it. Your genes can reset. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. And collagen is not just something we need to make our skins look beautiful and for our wrinkles to go away. Yes, that's a bonus. Because if I can look 40 when I'm 60, I'm going to love it. But collagen is way more important in between all of our organs and right through our body. It gives our body, arteries, veins, everything a stability. So collagen is not just something that's important for how we look, but it's structurally for our body so important. Then within 6 months, your heart actually reverses in age. Let that sink in for a moment. So this is not an anti-aging patch. This is age reversing. So soon your heart will be younger than the rest of you. And there's research to prove this. So that is something that just blows my mind. Right. How do we wear the X39? Very easy. You buy a sleeve that has 30 patches inside the sleeve, and you patch daily. We patch for 12 hours on, if ideally in your day, and for 12 hours off. I set an alarm that goes off at 7 in the mornings, put my patch on the back of my neck, and I take it off, throw it away, and repeat. Tomorrow I do exactly the same thing. The only thing that we are very adamant about is you have to drink enough water. And this is not just when you're patching. Drinking enough water is important always. It's the transport mode of your body. So that is very, very important. You will help your patches work better if you drink enough water. You can wear more than one patch at a time. We have other patches available, but you can go back to the person who invited you to this presentation and ask them more about that. The most important is X39, and that is always our beginning point. Okay. I would love to invite Mel. Mel, can you unmute yourself? So X39 has amazing testimonies, and you can also ask the person who invited you here for a link for our group with testimonies on it. Because, I have been in tears so many times looking at videos with people's testimonies, but we love having a real life testimony on our meetings. So tonight, Mel is going to share her testimony.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me clearly. Okay, my testimony. Almost 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, an autoimmune condition, at the age of 47. My inflammatory markers were as high as women in the late 60s, which were absolutely shocking. I struggled with swelling, bloating, pain, insomnia, brain fog, and permanent exhaustion, to name but a few of my little issues. The swelling in my hands gradually worsened over time, and for roughly about 5 months prior to patching, I couldn't even wear my wedding band anymore. It didn't fit past the nail of my ring finger, so it got stuck round about there. Which was horrifying. It was just terrible. I couldn't open screw caps or bottle flips or anything, and I couldn't lift anything heavier than a teacup with one hand anymore from pain and swelling in my hands. One of my other little issues was that I had what I call dead zones all over my body. My skin, there were spots that I had absolutely no feeling whatsoever, and this increased over time. It all started a little over 30 years ago when I noticed I had no feeling in my skin or my hips anymore. So that was when it all started. And for the last 18 months prior to patching, I had absolutely no feeling in my toes anymore. It's also very dangerous when you don't have feeling in your skin, because I had many burn incidents where I couldn't feel my skin touching something that was hot, like a freshly boiled kettle, or, for example, taking a dish from the oven and my hand accidentally touching the element of the stove. It's terrible. My doctor was baffled because my blood sugar tested normal, and also my circulation was great. Also, something that I didn't even notice that much, because my face isn't perfectly symmetrical, but my one eye was pulling off to the side quite a bit, increasingly over time. And the only thing that I noticed was how I would feel very tired and my eyes were struggling to focus on items at the end of the day. Chronic fatigue had me nap between 1 and 3 most days, so that I just had the energy to go and prepare my family dinner. And I wouldn't even have a conversation after lunchtime. That was just a futile exercise. I started patching also in June 2024, same as you, Elmien. And this is now what happened. All right. Within the first 5 days, my pupil started to pull straight, and the pressure behind my eye, which I didn't even realize I had, started to decrease. You notice something is different when it's not there anymore, and that's what happened with me. Between week 4 and 5, I realized that my hands looked and felt quite a bit better, and I tried my ring on and it slipped right onto my finger, and I've been wearing it ever since every day. Strength in my hands started to return, the swelling went down completely on my knuckles. Also, around week 5, I noticed that I had feeling in my hips. Guys, this was crazy. I stood there tickling my hips, giggling like a child. I couldn't believe it. Over 30 years, I had no feeling in my hips. Honestly, it was the weirdest sensation. Soon after that, I noticed that I had feeling in 1.5 toe. I phoned Giselle. I said, guess what? I've got feeling in 1.5 toe. We laughed and laughed. It was crazy. Currently, I have returned feeling to some other degree in at least all my toes, but it's an ongoing process. Slowly but surely, feeling also started to return to every single part of my skin. I could even feel an ant walk across an old burn on my arm. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was mad. And you don't know, honestly, what a therapeutic exercise a shower can be if you can't feel the water on your skin, which I now can, which is just amazing. I love long showers now. Around week 6 to 7, I noticed also that I could still have coherent conversations around about 10 at night, which is like a miracle in its own. One of the side effects that I experienced was that I experienced quite a bit of emotional detoxing. This was up to between week 6 and 8. I started to remember things that I didn't even know that I remembered. And instead of just suppressing it as I would usually do, I started to work through these things. Now, I believe that this will continue for quite some time, because every few weeks still, pops up and sticks his head out as I still undergo more and more healing as my body heals from post-traumatic stress. On personal growth level, I'm experiencing much more mental clarity, physical healing, and day-to-day little miracles that are just mind-blowing. I can also hear birds sing and crickets and bees, as I believe my hearing is a bit improved quite a bit. But maybe it isn't just as much as hearing, but more brain coherence. Because I think the reason for my whole experience in my health was that my body was shutting down, slowly but surely, basically separating itself from the world around me. And I basically lost myself and my world. But now, since using X39 and over time I've added a few more patches, I feel like I'm living again for the first time. I feel positive and I feel the buzz of excitement as I feel expectancy in myself. And yeah, this is obviously a fantastic experience, and it's a healing process that's still ongoing. And that's my story. Thanks for listening.
Thanks so much, Mel. I actually dropped off there and lost all connectivity for a moment, but I am back. But thank you so much for sharing. So I'll go and rewatch the recording to get the middle part.
I'm so glad my speaker worked this time, because 2 weeks ago when I tried to share, nothing worked and my phone bombed out. So yeah, I know the feeling. Okay, I'm going to mute myself now.
You can go back to your slides. The only slide that I still had left was a wonderful website that you guys can just write down, www.thisisitinfo.com. So that is a lovely website where you can get all of the information that we've shared and a whole lot more. So yes, there it is. So write it down. But you can always get that from the person who shared this with you. And that concludes the part where I explain everything about the beautiful X39 patch. So I'm going to allow Giselle to complete the rest of this presentation. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Elmien. That was absolutely amazing. I love how you explain it, and I love to see your enthusiasm. And I think something that stands out for me is the fact that you've worked with so many people in their mobility and bringing them to move better and live better, and to also just hear your excitement as a physiotherapist on this. That brings us so much more hope. And thank you so much, Mel, for sharing that. So with myself, I started patching May this year, a little bit before Mel. And it was easy for me to fall in love with the product, because I've been battling an autoimmune condition for 24 years. And we've tried everything you can think of, scalp psoriasis. So I get sores on my head. And fortunately, I have a nice head of hair to cover it. But about a year and a half ago, my son started to show symptoms of the same autoimmune condition, and he was only 4 years old then. So I was completely devastated. I've been a health coach now for 9 years, teaching people how to eat better so that they can feel better, but I wasn't able to help my own son. But fortunately, Tanya, who's on this call as well, introduced me to Lifewave, the same way I introduced Mel to Lifewave. And Javi always says, if someone is not thanking you for this beautiful product, you're not spreading it wide enough. So after having amazing results ourselves, Daniel's sores cleared up within 3-4 days, and mine within 2.5-3 weeks. I was completely blown away about this beautiful patch, a small thing like this that can do this amazing recovery in our bodies. And what's magical about it is it enables your own body to do the healing that's needed. So it's not putting anything into your body like Elmien explains. It's not non-transdermal. It's just a light therapy reaction. But you know what impressed me more? Being part of multi-level MLMs for many years, selling Tupperware, Avon, a lot of things in my life. What impressed me the most was to see the growth of Lifewave. And like Elmien said, this company is 20 years old. It's not something that just got up 2 or 3 years ago. It's been established in 2004 already. And to see the growth from this company in $20 million in sales in 2021. And then it was a massive jump of $320 million in 2022, and then $430 million in 2023, just because of this beautiful product. And a product won't be selling like this if it wasn't changing lives. And now we are open in 87 countries, not just 75 countries. So this means in 87 countries across the world, people can use this beautiful product and start to live their best life again. And this is not a Me Too product. There's no other product in the world that can do what these patches do. That's why David now holds over 180 patents. It's to protect the intellectual property of this patch as well. So with many other companies, you can just think of a few names, and where I've been part of weight loss, skincare, supplements, there's always another company that has the same thing to offer. But with this, it's nothing. No one can say, I can do this too. And that impressed me very much. So it's not like a tug of war whose product is the best. So Lifewave is now ranked the #1 momentum company as per Business for Home for 4 years in a row, and ending 2024 on an extreme high. They are going to receive this award again. So for a fifth year in a row, they will be the #1 momentum company. Other companies take 10, 15 years to get to this. But Lifewave, thanks to this beautiful X39, has reached this very fast, and they're maintaining that rank because of this, not just the sales, but also the lives being changed. So people tell other people, just like we are telling you on this, and I'm sure you can see and feel our excitement. So this is what Lifewave is doing across the world. This is one of the conventions, and it's bringing people together, giving them hope, not just with a great product, but also offering a very nice financial solution. I like to say, especially in South Africa, we are not just bleeding because we are sickly, but we are also bleeding because we are financially under a lot of strain. So this brings a lot of hope, because from something as simple as this, sharing it with your friends, sharing it with your loved ones, you can make a nice income. So I don't know what's most important to you in your life. Is it your family, time, freedom, security? Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you just want better health and want to be able to afford these patches to use it for your whole family. Maybe you want less debt or pay your kids' university. Whatever is important to you and wherever you feel you could do with a little bit of extra income, stick around. This is the place to be. So with Lifewave, we've got 4 ways of earning, not just one, 4 ways of earning. And the compensation plan is very good. Like I've mentioned, I've been part of many network companies in the past. We always try to do something on the side, especially coming out of the health and beauty industry. I welcome opportunities, and I'm sure a lot of people nowadays also do. So with Lifewave, we've got 4 ways of earning, and what's very nice about Lifewave is it's a binary system, meaning you only have 2 legs, a left team and a right team. So all the people that we enroll start to benefit each other, and it works together beautifully. But we've got a full compensation plan video if you're interested to know more about that. So in Lifewave, we just train people how to share this with other people and making managers, becoming managers. So for that, I need to enroll 2 people on my left and 2 people on my right. So this is a very nice way of earning. It's a matching bonuses, and this has got unlimited income potential. Those 2 legs that I just spoke about runs to infinity, and you can benefit from that into infinity levels. It's not that you get capped at a certain level. And from the people under you becoming managers, you also benefit from that. So say now Mel on the school is on my level 1. Say Mel gets a beautiful bonus from Lifewave. Thank you for spreading this with other people. And she receives a cycle bonus of $50 or $100. I will receive 25% of that. not of her money, but of the amount. Lifewave then gives that to you to say, thank you very much for taking care of your team. Elmien is on my second level. So should she earn a bonus, I get 20% of that amount from Lifewave as well. Then we get introduction bonuses. That's another one. You can get more info on that as well. But how do you become part of this? How do you, listening to this call, start to, in the first place, use this product? That's very important. And how do you start to spread it? So you simply enroll with Lifewave. We've got different options, as you can see on the screen. So the core enrollment is nice for yourself to use. That affords you 3 sleeves of X39. Like Elmien said, we've got a 90-day protocol. Some people don't understand this. Why must I use it 90 days? If you know anything about the body, you will know and understand that your cells take 90 to 120 days to regenerate new cells. And that's why it's important. So as we age, we go back, our bodies deteriorate, there's damage to our cells. And like Elmien explained, we've got less and less active stem cells. So our body's ability to heal itself becomes less and less. That's why we get aches and pains as we grow older. So that's why we've got a 90-day protocol. But ideally, you would want to patch 1 month per decade of your age. So like some of you said, yeah, you're 60 or older than 60, then ideally you would have to patch for 6 months in order for your body to now heal and repair that deterioration that took place over this past how many years. So we can't just patch for a week or 2 and say, now Shana, now I can continue. No, because over the past so many years, things has happened in your life. That's why we see when people grow older, they've got gray hair, which is beautiful, and more wrinkles. And should they get injured, it takes much longer to heal. So this enables the body to fight back and to wake those soldiers up. So the core enrollment is for 3 sleeves of X39, ideal for anyone who wants to do the 90-day protocol. Then we also have the advanced enrollment that affords you 6 sleeves of X39. And you can get the rand amounts also from the person who invited you to this and get that more information from them. And then for the people who wants to go all in, run with this, there's also a premium enrollment option where you purchase 20 sleeves of X39 so that you can hold stock. A lot of the chiropractors, biokineticists, wellness centers and salons do this because then they have product on their shelves as well. And we've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So should you be patching and patching correctly according to protocol, of course, and you feel after 3 weeks, I don't think this has done anything for me, we can find out how you can get your money back. So we fall under the This Is It team. This is the American team of Steve and Gina Merritt. They're amazing people. They've put these websites in place for us, these 2 websites. This is at info.com, like I mentioned earlier as well. On there, you can see the other patents, you can see studies, you can see more about this beautiful product, but you're also free to just ask the person who invited you for more information. Then the thisisitteam.com is where training happens for business builders, for brand partners who wants to spread this and do this well. So the time is now to make your move. If you are serious to reach your dream, like I said earlier, I don't know what's important to you. This is an opportunity. This is the right time. You are at the right place at the right time with the perfect product. It's sophisticated, it's simple, and it's changing lives. So that concludes our slideshow for this evening. I just want to stop sharing my screen. And yeah, you can also become part of the thousands and thousands of people who have amazing testimonies to share. So all I want to leave you with tonight is if you are in certain circumstances and you're thinking about your life, and there's things that you don't like, I highly recommend that you make a change. Because if you continue to do what you're doing, you're going to have the same results. But this is an opportunity for you to change. Thank you, Elmien. Over to you. You can end off this call for us.
Thank you also, Giselle, for sharing all of that business information. To every single one of you who came out to come and listen, please do reach out to the person who invited you, and yeah, maybe start sharing the good news about these amazing patches with everyone. Like Harvey always says, they're the patching family, and if someone even walked in front of them, they patch them. So maybe you the next patching family. Thank you everyone for being here.
All right. Now we're going to go over into our business training. So the people who would like to leave the call, you're more than welcome to do that. But if you would like to stay, you're welcome to stay as well.